Have you ever looked at your December calendar and realized Jesus somehow got squeezed between the office cookie swap and a shipping deadline? It happens. Every year we say we're going to keep Christ at the center of Christmas, but the Amazon driver keeps distracting us with visits to our front porch. Stick with me today because by the end of this episode, you're going to have some practical and totally doable ideas on how you can celebrate Christmas without losing your purpose or your peace, and with Christ right where he belongs, in the center. Here's the truth. You can enjoy Christmas traditions without letting them hijack your worship. So let's start talking about how to make Jesus more than just a guy in the nativity set and bring him into everything from your shopping list to your Spotify playlist. Let's start with why we even celebrate. Hopefully you're familiar with the story of the birth of Christ as the absolute and most magnificent reason we celebrate Christmas. If not, that's a different video, so see the notes for a link. For the rest of us, celebrating Christmas can involve giving gifts, decorating, food, church services, and family time. It's easy to treat Christmas like a family reunion with wrapping paper. We remember Jesus is invited, but somehow he gets seated at the kids' table. So before the Kris Kringle chaos begins, take 5 minutes and really think about, what do you want your family or your own heart to remember about Christmas this year? Determine ahead of time what's important. Write it down somewhere visible. Maybe it's to involve the whole family in showing gratitude for Jesus or sharing Jesus with others. Maybe it's spending quality time with the family to make memories about the meaning of Christmas. Or maybe it's simply how to connect with Jesus in a new and deeper way. That little reminder becomes your compass. Having a clear purpose will help you make decisions and stay focused. Because if you don't define your why, Target will happily define it for you, and it usually involves spending about $247 on matching pajamas that you wear once and a bunch of stocking stuffers. Make room for Jesus before you make room for decorations. I love Christmas decorations just as much as anyone. Trees, lights, candles, wreaths, stockings. It can just be like Hobby Lobby exploded in the living room, right? But before you start decking the halls, let's decorate your heart. Why not make getting your home ready for Christmas the warm-up to getting your heart ready for the season? Try this. When you unpack that nativity scene, don't just set it out, worship through it. Turn on the Christmas music and make decorating a time to pray, praise, and worship. You can sing about Jesus and pray about the upcoming festivities, or just pray to Jesus about what Christmas means to you. Jesus, thank you for your humility. Lord, make me obedient as those shepherds. God, help me follow your light, even when it's inconvenient. That simple act turns decorating into devotion. And it reminds us that Christmas isn't about making our home Instagram ready. It's about making our hearts ready for Christ. Tame the gift monster. Let's talk about the gift situation. We've all been there, standing in line at checkout, midnight, Christmas Eve, thinking, would baby Jesus really want me to buy a $45 candle for my cousin's dog, Buddy? Here's a better idea. Make your giving reflect the giver. Try one of these. Give an experience that draws people closer together. Write a letter of encouragement or forgiveness. Donate in someone's honor, because nothing says Merry Christmas like helping someone in need. Find the right Bible, the right study guide, a Christian book, or even a Christian game that would encourage someone to get to know Christ or know him more through his word. What about a Christian concert, jewelry, or a t-shirt to help somebody proudly display their faith? When your gifts have meaning, you'll notice your stress level drops and your joy rises. Because Christmas giving should feel like worship, not welfare. If you need some Christian gift ideas, go to goodnewsatwork.com/store. We have some favorites listed that we found on Amazon. Worship on purpose. We can listen to All I Want for Christmas Is You 37 times, but somehow skip the "Oh, come let us adore him" part. Make worship part of your rhythm. Not just on Christmas Eve. Start your mornings with one verse from the Nativity story like Luke or Matthew. Turn your commute into a mini worship session. Listen to the Christian Christmas playlists that actually tell the story of Jesus, not just the one about grandma and the reindeer incident. And if you're hosting a party, seek a moment of reflection in there. Read a short scripture before dinner or pray together. It doesn't have to be awkward. It can be as simple as, "Lord, thank you that you came to bring peace on earth," starting right here at this table. And don't forget the things happening in your community, especially at your local church. Christmas Eve candlelight service is always a favorite at our house, but other churches offer special shows or programs, a live nativity, or festivals. And you're not limited to your own church. You can really make it an event by traveling across town or another town to go to a church event. Serve someone who can't pay you back. Here's where the rubber meets the road, or in this case, the sleigh meets the street. Jesus came before the broken, the lonely, the forgotten. So if we really want to keep Christ at the center of Christmas, we've got to look at him in those same places. Invite that coworker who's far from home to your Christmas dinner. Bring cookies and conversation to the elderly neighbor. Volunteer as a family or donate anonymously. Our church has participated in a Christmas angel program where they hand out angel cards that has the name of the child, their age, and what they would like. And then you go and you get it for them and you bring it back and they're distributed. That is my favorite shopping to do. Check with your church or another church in your area to see how you might be able to help. Every time you give to someone who can't repay you, you're reenacting the gospel. Because that's what God did for us. He gave freely when we had nothing to offer back. And those memories, those are the ones that end up being the most memorable about Christmas. Finally, protect your peace. Because Satan would love nothing more than to turn your silent night into a stressed out week. Remember, he can't steal Christmas. But he'll try to rob your peace with distractions, comparison, and chaos. So slow down. Say no sometimes. Leave room in your calendar for rest, not just events. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is take a nap, light a candle, and thank God for being Emmanuel, God with us. Peace isn't the absence of noise, it's the presence of Jesus in the middle of it. So here's the recap. Refocus on your why. Make room for Jesus before you make room for decorations. Tame the gift monster. Worship on purpose. Serve someone who can't pay you back. And protect your peace. Do those, and when you get to the end of this Christmas season, you will feel full of joy and hope instead of regret. If this episode encouraged you or inspired you to jingle all the way this Christmas, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and drop a comment with your favorite Christ-centered tradition. We'd love to hear it. Until next time, remember, keep learning and sharing the good news.